Hi guys, it's Clary Berry here, and I'm in my bedroom, and yes, I do have a pole in my bedroom, for those of you who didn't know that. My friend thankfully fixed it, because I was on it so much I was about to fall over. So today I just want to talk with you guys. I'm not going to talk with you about raw veganism in this video. I'm going to talk with you guys a little bit about something that is very, very dear to my heart, and of course, if you were really in here, you could kind of see, you could probably guess that, you know, I'm a fitness person. I don't get this body just by eating really healthy. I have a lot of different fitness, you know, tools, I guess you could say. I have, oh, where is it, my book? I have this yoga book that is so old. It's actually a Yoga Lattes book. Yeah, it's downstairs. I have all these tools that I keep really, really handy. I've got my Indo board here. Actually, this is not an Indo board. This is a knockoff Indo board. So if you don't know what this is, you know, you put this on the ground and then you put the board here. I'll try it for you guys for a second here. I am not an expert by any means, but you just put it on the ground here and kind of hop up on it like a skateboard. Okay, so it's really, really fun. You can just go back and forth. You can do it. I remember when I first got on this. Hi, you can go down now. When I first got on this, I couldn't do it. I could do it like one, two, maybe a couple times the first day, and you know, now I could stay on it for hours. And it's really cool. If you look it up, you can see people online like doing weightlifting on it or doing yoga, and I think that's really cool. Like someday I'll get there too, but haven't really been practicing that hardcore yet. So just want to show you a few more things. We have, my oldest one is also really into this type of stuff, so got the old shaker weight. Yeah, it's not as sexy as it is in the video. Funny little tidbit. First time I saw that video, I was sitting in somebody's kitchen about to do one of my passion parties. And that was a trip to see that for the first time at a passion party. So these are actually old resistance bands that actually came with my trampoline, which is also something. The mini trampolines are actually the #1 fitness, probably not only tool, but #1 fitness activity that I have done over the past 10 years. I've been probably rebounding for about 10 years now. And I remember again when I first started rebounding, I remember reading that you could burn about 100 calories in about 7 minutes, or doing some math and figuring that out. So I was like, oh, I woke up one morning before work a long time ago, and like even 7 minutes was really, really hard back then. So now I can jump on that thing for endless amounts of time. I mean, I could jump for hours. And it's a really low impact, you know, and it's fun. It's something you can do when you're watching TV or, you know, when your kids are asleep. And that was the main thing for me and that's, I know I'm rambling on about all these little trinkets I have, but this video is about stealth health. This video is about how to, you know, in this busy lifestyle, this day and age, you know, everybody's so busy. I mean, we have work and we have to take our kids places and we have to go to the grocery store, we have to cook, we have to clean. I mean, it's crazy the amount of things we're trying to, you know, pack into our day. So I think that's one of the biggest things for people in regards to exercise is that they just don't have time. And even if they do have time, you know, by the end of the day, after they've already done their whole list of to-do things, they get home and it's not that they maybe don't have enough time, it's that they don't have any energy left, you know. So really my thing, let me just get through before I go rambling on about that, you know. I think it's always good to have, you know, a couple of weights, got a couple of these little ones. We have the, well, you can tell I haven't used these in a while, jump ropes, awesome. This is the iron gym. You stick it on the door, do some pull-ups, everything like that. This was like one of my first sort of aerial things that I got in the house. I don't know why. There's a baseball bat. Oh, I think these are over here because you can get a good workout like beating each other up. Like okay, maybe not with this one. That's not a good idea. But get some pool noodles, and you know, you can really beat each other up, pretend like you're Jedi Knights and everything. So that's a really great idea. To, you know, playing is a good idea. If you're a mom, you know that, you know, it's not only beneficial for, you know, everybody's exercise, but it's such a good bonding experience. Another thing we do when we go to the park, as my kids have got older, I mean, I was always a mom who was always all over the park with the kids. You know, I wasn't usually sitting on the sidelines and watching them exercise. It was more like getting right in there. So what we do now, and I'll attribute this to my youngest one, Joshua, he made up this game called Journeys. And basically, instead of using the playground kind of like you're supposed to, we are basically kind of using it as like a rock climbing almost type of a deal. So we're all climbing on the outsides of it instead of walking along, you know, the pathways. We're on the outside trying to hang on, and, you know, you basically just journey around the outside and see how far you can go, and it's really an amazing workout. And that is especially good if you don't have a lot of good climb. If you like to climb, but you don't, you know, have like good climbing walls or good rocks to climb around you. So, and this is just a foam roller. This is one of my newest things that I've got. I tried using a couple different things to get out of having to pay for one of these, but these are amazing, and they're not just good for massage. You can lay down and, you know, even just rolling on your back, you know, you can really get a pretty good workout with these. So now that I've kind of shown you my whole like repertoire of things here that I use on a pretty much daily basis, well, and the other thing is my dog. Now that I have my dog, I find that I'm using these things a little bit less. I still do them for fun when I have time, but my dog really keeps me busy. But that's great because it's the same thing. What we need to do is get rid of the idea that exercise is hard, that you need to pay. I mean, even these things, yeah, you know, over the years I've spent some money on these types of things, but really, I mean, instead of getting, you know, some weights, I was using cans, you know, get a big old bottle of water, you know, and like use your imagination, you know, just go play. Basically, you don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't need to, you know, go to the gym. You don't need to make it some mindless, dumb activity. And I see time and time again, and even with myself back in the day, you know, I joined a gym for a while, and, you know, it was nice because it was kind of time away from the kids. I could send them to the, you know, to the little daycare part, and as a single mom, I didn't get much time to myself, so, you know, that was nice. And to be able to go to the pool, you know, I'm not talking against gyms per se, but, you know, as a single mom, I wasn't always able to afford a gym. You know, I wasn't always able to physically go to the gym with my kids, and a lot of times, you know, bedtime came before, and even though the gym was open 24 hours, like, I can't leave my kids and go to the gym. And also, even just running around the block, like, I've always been, you know, kind of liked running, and I knew even a short run, like, I would want to go, but my kids were too young for me to even want to leave them at all. So there's obviously going to be a ton of roadblocks for people who are, you know, trying to get healthy. And that's what I'm speaking out against. Like, you don't need to limit yourself. You don't need to use those things as excuses for you to not be healthy, okay? Because as I look around me and I see my friends and my family and different people, acquaintances, it really makes me sad that people, I don't know, aren't adopting these healthy lifestyles. You know, I've always felt really, really sad every time I looked at a really obese person. It just makes me really sad because you can tell that that's not who they are, and that's not who they want to be, and they're not happy that way. So I just want to get it out there that, you know, exercise should not be something that you're dreading. It shouldn't necessarily be something that you should wake up at 5:30 in the morning, you know, and say, oh, I gotta drag myself out of bed, because that's just one of the stigmas that we put on it. Just the same thing with healthy eating. People think it's so bland and boring and not fun, and you know, I'll talk about that in another video. Raw food is sexy, raw food is tasty, delicious, amazing, filling, everything. But it's just the stigmas that we have going on in this society. Exercise is so boring. Exercise, you know, oh, I gotta go exercise. And every time you say something like that, you're helping to, you know, promote that stigma. And it actually, you know, we all affect each other, you know. When one person's complaining about exercise, and that doesn't make other people want to go usually exercise, you know. But so that's why I just want to kind of share everything that I do here, and also I want to share a few more ideas, because I've had these ideas in the back of my head for a really long time, and I'm surprised, honestly, that it's taken me this long to figure out, hello, YouTube is a perfect way to get these out here. So thank you to Freely and Durian Ryder for helping me to become a little YouTube queen here. But other things you can do, like if you don't have all this stuff and you're busy, what you need to think about is how easy it is to get some exercise in there, okay? First of all, if you're a busy mom and you have young kids and you just, like, don't underestimate your walks. Your daily walks are going to be so beneficial for your kids and yourself, getting out there in the fresh air if at all possible. So obviously walking is great. Even just jumping. If you don't have a trampoline, jumping is so good for your bones as well as, you know, your heart and your muscles. So, you know, just get silly and turn on some crazy kids music, oldies, whatever you got. Even if, you know, you don't have kids and you just jump around, dance. Dancing is huge, huge. Just make sure you drink enough water. Another thing, I don't know, you guys can't thankfully see it, but I've got a huge pile of clothes here, and this is something that can help you in so many different ways, not just getting more fitness in, but if I'm looking at this whole pile of clothes as just a chore that I have to do, it's so mundane. That's why we hate folding laundry, is because it's just like mundane. You know, a lot of people will just fold it while they're watching TV, and that's great. But take that one step further and fold it while you're watching TV, while you're doing squats, you know. Keep it low each time, you know, make sure you know how to do a good squat. Your feet, you know, are parallel. Get your legs out. You can't really see me here, but, you know, and actually the pole is a great way to learn how to do a proper squat. There's a mat down here I'm moving around, so you can, or doing, you know, prayer position or whatever is good too. Go all the way down and up, and don't forget to squeeze your buns. So do that while you're folding your laundry. You know, I mean, it's not difficult at all. Pick up laundry, fold, put it away, and then that can help you to just, it'll just brighten your day knowing that you're multitasking. Makes you feel smart, makes you feel good. You get the endorphins pumping, the whole 9 yards. Plus, you just feel doubly productive. So nobody can come home and say, well, what did you do? You know, you didn't do anything. You know, like, yeah, honey. So you can do squats. You can do squats while you're doing the dishes. Instead of bending down with your back, you know, picking out the dishes out of the dishwasher, putting them away. Why don't you just get real low and do your little squat and then put it away? Same thing with, like, helping pick up with your kids. You know, oh, you have stuff all over the floor. Do a nice lunge, you know, try to stay proper in your form. But I've been doing this for years. You also, the TV, I mentioned that just a few minutes ago. Obviously, you know, a lot of people have figured this out already, you know, to exercise while they're watching TV. I mentioned I do a lot of jumping. I've been known to do my endo board the whole time during a show. Rarely ever will I actually sit there and watch TV, unless it's like a social cuddling event, you know what I mean? Like, won't hardly ever just sit and watch TV. So even if you want to relax and you're using the TV as a way to relax as opposed to work out, commercial breaks, you know, there's even commercials on, you know, a lot of different Hulu types of sites that you may be using, because you just don't want to be sedentary. So definitely utilize your TV correctly. You can do push-ups, sit-ups, lunges. I mean, so many different things. And even while you're doing them, I mean, it's not going to bother your family. You're, you know, back there doing some squats and stuff. It's not going to decrease their enjoyment of the television at all. It's just so much better than this is the exercise that most people do while they're watching TV. So again, it helps you to have less guilt. If you're a person who's like, oh, I watch too much TV, like I really shouldn't watch too much TV, you know, stop telling yourself that, you know, stop telling yourself like, oh, I don't want to go out in the cold to go work out, like just do it here, you know. What else is there? I had a couple others. While you're watching TV, that may be all I have right now. I didn't really make a list for this video. I just kind of wanted to ramble. But definitely keep it in mind. If you have any, you know, comments on stealthy things that you do in your life, please put them in the comment box below. If any of this helped you in any way, shape, or form, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of raw food talk, so if you want to get really healthy, it's a great way to do it. And just remember that whenever you are having a positive attitude about something, it's going to bring you more results. Whenever you're exercising and doing something that you actually enjoy, whether it's going out and playing a basketball or a soccer game with somebody, taking up kickboxing, you know, and I'm really big really big into rock climbing. Also, where's my slack line? I have a big slack line around here somewhere. Which I'm sure I'll show you guys at some point. We put it in between the trees, balance on it. It is an amazing exercise. It's absolutely fabulous. And it's so good for your brain as well as your body. And it's fun. So it gives you something to look forward to. It gives you something to do. And you're more likely, especially the more different things you have that you can enjoy, the more likely you are to fall off the wagon. So many people get so hyped up about exercise, you know, around certain times of the year. It's still January. Obviously, a lot of people are probably noticing this right now, that, you know, their motivation is slowly going down, you know, and a lot of people are also trying to exercise for the wrong reasons. They're just to look good and not to necessarily feel good. But notice that it's all the same. It's all the same package, you know. It's all the same. So whenever you are doing something that's fun, that you can actually look forward to, it changes your whole entire life. It really does. Instead of dread, you know, you're filled with excitement. You have something to look forward to. And you know what, guys? When you're excited about your life and what you're doing, it rubs off. It shows. You know, it makes you more attractive to people. It's like that, you know, je ne sais quoi, or whatever they say. It's that special sparkle, and that's something that you have. People are always going to be wondering, what is she doing? You know, why is she so happy? Like, she's always in a good mood. She always looks great. And this is the way that life should be. Life should not be dread and, you know, checking the time, you know. And the more you do it, the easier it gets, the better you feel, the more confidence you get. If you're looking for confidence is not anything from the outside. It's all about the choices that you make. So it's pretty hard to feel crappy about yourself when you're making good choices. It's pretty much impossible. So give yourself a pat on the back if you're even watching this. You know, you're taking good strides, you care about yourself, you're going in the right direction. So this is a way that you can stay on track, and you can, even if you go on binges and things, and like, I'll do the same thing, like I'll be, you know, a big into climbing for a while. We'll slackline through the summer and get really hyped up on stuff because we can be outside, and then, you know, in the winter when you have to come inside, and, you know, when I get less motivated, I find other things that I can do. So it's good to have numerous things. It's good to have fun things because, you know, even if you love running, you may get sick of it. So have a different variety of things that you can do that you love. And also, of course, it's good to get other people, you know, excited about them and doing them with you so that you guys can keep each other motivated as well. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and eat your fruit. Thanks. It's not stopping.